Hello, and welcome to another video. So, this video is pretty much just going to be about a new idea that it came out with. It all just started with, once we picked up, all these anime cards here, we're actually looking online about more anime cards, which led us down this big, huge rabbit hole of a whole bunch of different other anime card games, which I didn't even know existed, which is Goddess Story. And apparently Goddess Story is just another big, huge trading card game with probably over 100 sets. Almost like every single card in the set is just pretty much an anime girl. So we figured that out. I thought it was just one set. So if you want, you could pretty much go on eBay. If you go on eBay, you can find this booster box for like $45. And then upon looking further, there's more different sets that they released. So after looking at that, maybe we should pick up some of those Goddess Story cards to add to our anime collection. Then somebody told us that it's just all AI generated art. Which learned us about what AI generated art is, and you can basically take whatever you want and get AI to draw it for you. Then you can basically draw all these anime pictures. You pretty much make these yourself, except you can make them however you want. You can make her do anything. You can even make her take her clothes off or have sex. But essentially, after we found that out, it opened up our options here. And now we're not just pretty much limited by whatever cards we have here. Whatever cards you want to add to our binder, it's whatever our imagination is. Alright, so it has taken a while to get everything set up. Because something I thought is you can pretty much take the dimensions of the card, which we looked up a base card here. Oh yeah, we got the Dragonite here. So if you have a Pokemon card or a Magic the Gathering card, it's supposed to be 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And we originally put that in the image program, and then we made a bunch of cards to print out that were 2.5 by 3.5. But the problem is, when you print it out, there's going to be pretty much this border that shows exactly on this box we got here. So you print it out, it's going to shrink down the image. So your 2.5 by 3.5 cards shrink down, and then it's no longer the proper size. So we ran into that problem. So we've been going through trying to figure out what size do we need to make these cards. So what I want to do is make a card that fits inside this penny sleeve. So we've been trying different widths. I think there's 292, there's 290, there's 282, there's 288, 286, 278. So that'd be the height. Oh, we're looking at the width, I guess. I guess the width maybe sideways, 190. So essentially what we do is make a whole bunch of different image sizes. So 204 is way too big. And 202 is a little bit too big too. So I think we worked on a 200. So if you go any smaller, then it starts to take up less space. As we can see here, first versions of it that we printed out, where the image was shrunk down after you print it, it barely takes up any of the penny sleeve. So what I wanted to do was get something that completely fills up the penny sleeve. So after trying a whole bunch of measurements, we figured that out. It's pretty much our first rendition. If you put it next to a Pokemon card here, that's how it turned out. Right? That's not right at all. The card's so small compared to it. So I think we found out the Pokemon dimensions after a bunch of trial and error. So essentially, now that we have this figured out, we could actually go through and just print our cards. That'll be the perfect size to fit inside a penny sleeve here. As well as another thing is we wanted it to be able to fit in this 100 count box here. So you have a bunch of these here to store these cards. And if you can get these, Ultra Pro 100 count 2-piece box. Those things are amazing for storing cards. So, like, after a whole bunch of trial and error and everything, we got the perfect height and the perfect width that can also fit in here. So if we wanted to print off these cards, we could store them in these 100 count boxes. They'll fit perfectly. We got the dimensions, and that took forever. So, like, as you can see, we have, like, so many different sizes that we had to go through to eventually get the size that we needed. But now we pretty much have the standard Pokemon size figured out. And we also have, probably what we're going to be using is the size that fits perfectly into the penny sleeve, as well as it fits perfectly in these 100 count boxes, as well as it fits perfectly into these pages, right? So if we wanted to print off our own cards, we could maybe just put them in these pages, then we could go through the binders and then look at them. Then we just make whatever cards we want. So, we figured that out. We probably will be going through and organizing these and binding them up pretty soon. But essentially, that's our plan at the moment. We went here, we picked up this printer, we looked into it. We're like, what's a good printer to get? You could get one for like $80. However, after researching everything, we're trying to figure out what's the best printer to get. So I think you want to get the Ecotake E2 2800. So this thing does cost like $300 though, so it's not that cheap. But the upside is that it's supposed to take a lot less ink. Because I even seen in the advertisement that they show, it's like the thing about printers is they take up so much ink. But if you get this thing, it's supposed to take up a lot less, so you save so much money on ink. Plus the quality is pretty good. As well as we picked up this cutter here. So all we have to do is just print out the cards, and we take this cutting board, then we just cut them up, and then we have all these nice cards here cut up, and then we could look at them and display them and put like absolutely any image that we want on it. There's no limits to the images we can put on it. So what we did is we picked up some like cardboard stock, which actually didn't work too good. I think what you want to pick up is the gloss. I think you want to pick up some gloss sheets. I think that's pretty much what made the cards look the best. So that's pretty much that done. And then it's just over here. So we did have it down here because we were using it before. This thing's pretty cool. You just put the paper up here, then you just put this up, put the power on, pull this tray out, then just print out your own cards. Just put them in the penny sleeves. Or put them in these 100 count boxes because they fit in there. Or put them in the binder. So that's pretty much it. We're pretty much going to be collecting these cards here. Then we might just make our own cards just because it's something new and interesting. As well as the card fight Vanguard binders here. We did clear out most of them. So the last video, we're just going through how much pretty much like most of the ones that we didn't need, we were clearing out and everything. We just have the Bermuda Triangle, the Anime Girls, the Dimension Police, Gear Chronicles, and I think we have to go through Pale Moon because I don't think there's too much in there. It's just the circus. That's it. So we pretty much just went through, picked out like any anime girls, or maybe a little bit of other art that we wanted to keep. They could make a card fight anime binder. These are all the cards that we took out. This is pretty much just like all those ones that we showed you. So it's just gonna be like all those like plats and animals and all those male characters and everything. They're gonna be upside down because they were in the penny sleeves. We don't like putting them upside down in the penny sleeves because then the bottom of the card is going to get messed up. But essentially, I don't think that we need any of these in the binders anymore. Just going to pretty much try to make a whole bunch of binders just full of anime girls at the moment. Alright, so we'll probably end the video pretty soon. But if you do the same thing, you have like a whole bunch of anime cards, then you're getting into the Goddess story trading card game, which is just like all anime girls. If you watch all the box openings, all of them just say it's just all AI generated art. So if you look into AI generated art, you can create whatever anime picture you want, and there's no limits. You can do anything. You can even take their clothes off if you want. I think that's the best part. You can make your own cards with like girls with no clothes. You can do it yourself. You just need a printer. That's it. This gloss paper. So I don't know if we show you them. There's like no nudity or anything, right? So you should be able to show it. It's just like anime girls. So AI art, you can tell it to do whatever you want. So we told it to do, like you start with a bunch of things. You can just add new keywords. So you wanted kimono friends, bagel tiger, maid outfit, upskirt, lifting skirt, white panties, front view. And it just makes a whole bunch of pictures for you. You can just sit there and do whatever you want. Like we're saying, you print them off and then put them in your binders to display. So that's interesting. You can sit there forever. We've been sitting there for the past like 4 days or 5 days or something, just generating anime girl pictures. And the other ones we can't show you. There's so much worse than this. Like we're saying, you can do whatever you want. You can even take their clothes off. That's the best part. So our anime girl collection binder is going to be looking really good. Whole bunch of cards that we're not going to be able to show you, I think. And I believe that actually helps so much. Like, we never had a printer for anything. We never had a printer because we never had a reason to print anything. But after thinking about maybe we could just make our own art and make our own cards, like, wow, a printer is a really good investment. Because we were just about to spend like $200 to $400 on those Goddess story cards. But we can make even better art than that. So I think what we're going to do, now that we got the printer set up, we got everything measured out, like sitting here absolutely figuring what the best pixels is to fit in these penny sleeves, and then what the best pixels is to fit in this 100 count box. I think that's what took the longest. But after that, we might actually go through and start organizing these cards here. And in between, we can take a break, we're looking at all these anime girls and everything. We just go to create some new anime girl art pick to look at. So maybe in the next video, let's have a whole bunch of these organized. Let's have some of these binded up maybe, then maybe just go look at these ones. But I'm telling you, if you're thinking of like buying a whole bunch of just like anime cards for no reason, I guess it opens. We can even like print off a full page and then it's just like a poster you can hang up on the wall or something. Is have a whole bunch of posters of whatever you can imagine. You can put whatever character you want there too. You can put them in whatever outfit. AI generation is so cool. And then all you need is just a printer. That's it. And a whole lot of time. I guess a lot of time. I guess it takes a lot of time to do all this too.